socket.
The ice socket. Good morning. It's day 4, and the weather has finally caught up to us. In like 65 degrees Fahrenheit or warmer. And then finally today we woke up. It started to come in last night, but it's gray, windy, sprinkling a little bit, which is more what we expected, really. So we were so happy to get what we got. Today is a longer driving day. What do you say total? How many hours of driving?
7, 6.
Like 6 hours of driving. We're headed to the northernmost point to get close to the Arctic Circle. I don't think we get into the Arctic Circle, but very, very close. Well, it depends what map projection, but got more ice from the hotel bar to put in our cooler, because I doubt we're gonna find another place that sells ice. It's like 7:30 in the morning, and again, nothing opens until at least 10, and I need breakfast. Like, I'm a breakfast girly. I haven't had real breakfast because we've been on the road for days now, and I need like something solid breakfast, so we're gonna be on the lookout for that. We still have not seen a puffin, and like, I understand where we've been really isn't where they not where they migrate, but it sounds like we're getting closer to that area, so we will see. You guys probably can't hear me, but we've hiked about 1 kilometer out here to Dennefoss. It's so windy! This is the largest, not the tallest, but the largest waterfall in Europe, like capacity-wise, like the amount of water falling. Woo! It's heckin' windy. We've traveled, I think, about as north as we're going to be able to get. If you can't tell, that's a little lighthouse out there. I believe that is the northernmost point of Iceland. We are very close to the Arctic Circle right now. And there's been a whole lot of nothing on the roads to get out here, and this has been a dirt road most of the way up here, and you probably can't tell, but on the horizon that little bump is a boat. And if I had to guess, I would say those are the closest people to us. They're the people on that boat right now. We want to drive out to the lighthouse, but this is a protective, like a wildlife preserve for these ducks. So it says no motor vehicles that way. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to actually put boots on the ground of the northernmost point, but this is a pretty cool close second. According to Ryan's phone map, we are in the Arctic Circle, so that makes this the Arctic Ocean. So I'm gonna put my hand in it. Can you see? Wow, it's cold. Cool. I am sorry, but not sorry for all of the sweeping landscape footage from the Jeep that you're going to see in the next few clips. Like I said earlier, this is a longer driving day, so you get to see a lot of the beautiful countryside. You'll notice in this clip that my hands are shaking. That mountain road that we just came off of was way more treacherous than I think comes across on video, and I did almost pass out. for the night in Seyðisfjörður, I believe, which is truly the cutest little fjord alpine town I've ever seen, like on this whole trip. It is like out of a movie. Outside is gorgeous, and I'm sure I will film plenty of that to show you guys, but I want to show you the hotel we're staying in. This is another old post office, ironically, like the first night, I believe. But this one is, the decor is super cute. Kind of very classic decor-wise, but the rooms don't have, each individual room doesn't have like coffee maker, fridge, whatever, but it has a common space. So I want to show you guys the common space first, which is super, super nice. So, actually I'll turn you guys around. You walk into this common area. It's super quiet, by the way. So there is a projector to watch, you know, movies or shows or whatever. All these really nice little benches, and like plants in the window. And then there's a dishwasher, coffee maker, teapot, everything you could, even an oven, sundry, you know, like the little snacks, whatever. Big, nice fridge, hello focus, and then some more snacks. So this is the common area, and then we're gonna go upstairs to our room. So headed up the stairs to our room, this first landing, so that's the hallway. This first landing has such a cute little like settee and some art, a couple matching chairs, and just look at the view. I mean, you couldn't paint that. It's gorgeous. So walking down the hall to our room, super quaint, super cozy. Ryan's hiding behind me. Tiny little bathroom, little sink, complimentary goodies, little shower, and then so the bed situation. Again, we have the windows cracked because of course it's warm in here for us. 2 separate beds, which has been, every hotel we've been in has had the 2 separate beds. And then like the super cute little chest. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Insane.
Good morning. What I saw when I was out there. There's a waterfall over there.
Another waterfall. It's day 5. We are headed out of Seyðisfjörður and headed to Hoffen, essentially. About half the drive time, car time today is yesterday. Yesterday we were like 7-8 hours, 7-ish. Today should be about 4. I got breakfast in the little common area. Our first stop is a waterfall. We also, looks like today we have Diamond Beach and some black sand beaches to check out. So we'll see those when we get there. If you've never seen a fish farm in the ocean, this is what it looks like. I just thought that was very neat. Oh, and here's more reindeer. We have made it to the end of day 5. I just wanted to show you the view out of our hotel window for tonight. Let's do a little rundown recap. Tomorrow we're going on a glacier hike. What did we do today? We hiked to lots of waterfalls, went on our first F-road, first and only, hopefully, F-road, right? Yeah, about half the driving time is yesterday. We're just settling in for the night, had a really good dinner. We found that the food here, I was really worried about the food here in Iceland. I thought it was going to be, I didn't think it was going to be bad, I just thought it was going to be different from what I like or what I'm used to. And so far it has been phenomenal. Like, some of the best food I've had, period, in my life. So if you're worried about that at all coming to Iceland, no, because so far we haven't had a bad meal. One other thing we were talking about is when Ryan planned this trip. So you look at all sorts of travel vlogs, obviously, you look at different websites, blogs, whatever, to plan this trip. And they all tell you to start in Reykjavik and travel south and around. And that was Ryan's initial plan. And then last minute, for whatever reason, we chose to go the opposite. So again, start in Reykjavik, but head north from Reykjavik. And I think that has made all the difference in the world for this trip, because you see, I mean, lots of people come and just go to the Golden Circle, right? But we've seen, we're not in peak tourist season either, but seen very few tourists or other people at any of the places we've stopped as we've come up through the north and around to the east. But of course, as we get closer back to the Golden Circle, back to Reykjavik, we see just tons of traffic and tourists coming from the city towards us, like they're heading south. So if you want to avoid crowds, obviously go north first, but also we are here just before peak tourist season, so middle end of May. I would recommend that as well because the weather hasn't been awful, and like I said, attractions haven't been super crowded, so I would recommend that. Anything else? Okay. See you tomorrow for day 6. Good morning. Welcome to day 6 of the Iceland travel vlog. Last night's hotel was interesting. I'm not complaining at all, but I'm telling you for a fact, the facility was built as a either a nursing home or assisted living, because I've worked in one. I know exactly how those buildings are laid out, spacing size-wise. That's what it was, and it was just repurposed as a hotel, which is fine because it's the biggest room we've had so far. However, there were sheep. There's sheep everywhere, but there were sheep kind of right outside our window, and a lot of birds because we're right by the ocean, and they were noisy all night, like bleating and chirping and whatever. Again, can't really complain. I slept okay. I don't know. It's just been so, I mean, y'all know we have barely night, like it's daylight for so long and then twilight for like a couple hours, and then it's right back to daylight. So it's just been like blaring sunlight into our windows at night, so I'm probably not getting as deep of sleep as I would at home. Got a good breakfast. We're on the move now. We have laid eyes on the glacier. I think you saw that in the last part. We are headed to our glacier hike excursion, so that should be lots of fun, lots of pretty picture and video. What else do we have after the glacier hike?
Some more waterfalls if we're feeling ambitious after that.
How far is our next hotel?
About 3 hours, 2
from the hike.
Yeah.
Oh geez, so that'll make up most of our days, the hike and then driving to the next hotel.
Maybe not. Maybe an hour.
What? 2-3 hours, maybe an hour.
Somewhere.
So we're headed that. I think we gotta get gas first.
Yeah.
And then we'll be on a glacier, yo. morning. It is day 7 here in Iceland. We may have got catfished again a little bit at our hotel. It's all good. Just wasn't quite what the picture. It wasn't a bad place to stay, really. I got my best night's sleep last night, but it was just different from what it looked online. We are at the Black Sand Beach. We're near Vik, is the closest like major town by major. It's still very small, and it's, as we get closer to Reykjavik, it is definitely getting busier. More people, more tourists, which I guess we probably should have expected. So right now, we're gonna go out on the Black Sand Beach. We tried last night to see puffins. They weren't in from the ocean yet. They're out on the ocean during the day, so. And they close off this area for puffin conservation at like 7 p.m. when they're coming in, which makes sense, but means you really don't get a chance to see them. So we're hoping it's about 8 a.m. We're gonna go out and see what we can see and check out the beach.
I wanted to mention that we did end up seeing puffins here. In fact, this was the only place in Iceland that we ended up seeing puffins in person. However, we ran into 2 issues. Number 1 being my camera could not zoom in far enough to see the puffins nesting in the grassy cliffside, which you'll see in the next video here. And also we didn't have our camera on motion setting, so we tried to take video of them flying out and it was just blurry. So we didn't get any good photos or videos of the puffins while we were there. We just stopped for gas, and I really like black licorice, and I know black licorice candies, especially chocolate covered black licorice candies, are big in like Northern European, Nordic countries, right? So I just picked up this one. Sometimes they have them with like a cocoa powder coating, but these are just like regular chocolates with
licorice in them, I believe. It's not in English, but I'm going to try. I'm sure a lot of you are cringing at chocolate covered black licorice because I know a lot of people don't like black licorice, but kind of looks like a raisinette. Is it gonna focus? It tastes exactly like what it sounds like. The chocolate does mellow out the black licorice a little bit. So if you're into that kind of thing, it's good. Good morning. Hold please. Good morning, it's day 8. We stayed in the Ion Hotel last night, and we are there again tonight. Gorgeous views. We hung out in the lava bar last night and swam in the spa. Super warm.
Ion 36.
We are headed to Thingvellir National Park, which is where the tectonic plates are splitting. We slept in this morning for the first time this whole trip, which was really nice.
Continue on Route 36 for 11 kilometers.
Grabbed some breakfast. Our hotel is like way, I don't want to say out of the way, but it's like, it's out there in the sticks kind of. It's close to a geothermal power plant, and apparently the hotel facility was built first as the like dormitories for the workers there, and then it was changed over to this hotel, so it's super cool. Definitely got a good whiff of the sulfur smell again in the middle of the night last night, so I had to shut the windows, but that changes as the wind changes, so that wasn't a huge deal. Oh wow. It's the Earth's butt crack.
Probably that's a pretty good price for around here.
Oh yeah.
Good afternoon, or no, evening now. It is 8 p.m. here in Iceland. Final full day in Iceland, day 9. We are in the city center of Reykjavik, right downtown. We are at the Ion Hotel, and it's like on one of the main roads. I can look down and see all the little shops. So that's what we did today. We came in to Reykjavik, so we would be close to the airport for our flight tomorrow morning. What did we do today? We did a lot of what I love, little shops. So we finally got to go around and do a little bit of shopping, look around all the little local shops and stores. We did our little Sky Lagoon excursion, which is really nice. I think it was called the date night package. So we got like a little charcuterie board. You could get 3 drinks. They gave you like wristbands. You could get 3 drinks with your wristbands, and then it was just a beautiful full experience. I'll have some video, or you may have already seen video for that. I didn't video the whole experience, or the whole ritual is what they called it. I just videoed out into the lagoon, but then I'll insert a picture here so you can see what the whole ritual involves. It was actually a really interesting, nice experience. Very chill, calming for our last full day in Iceland. A nice change from what we have been doing, which is just so much driving and traveling and moving and going, which also kind of segues into the next thing I want to talk about, which was why I don't really have a whole lot of footage from maybe the last 2 days or today, which is I think the traveling, the time in the car, just all the moving and going finally caught up with me, and I really wasn't feeling well. Yesterday primarily, I just motion sick, dizzy, all that fun stuff. So yesterday was a pretty chill day for the most part in the hotel, which I was completely fine with. But yeah, like I said, today is our last day. We are winding down, getting everything packed up, and getting ready to head home tomorrow. I do truly hope that everyone has enjoyed these vlogs. This is my first time doing a full travel vlog, and I'm so grateful that it was in such a beautiful country. So thank you all so much. If you've watched these, I really appreciate it. If you could please give this video a like, subscribe to this channel, so you will be able to see future travel vlogs or future other fun things that I will be putting here. And yeah, that's all. Thanks, guys.